We should be live on Twitch now. Hello. Let me know if you're in chat, how our audio levels and such are. So hi, I'm Jeanette, and welcome to Uncanny Adventures Call of Cthulhu Reign of Terror. Written by, I'll tell you in a second because it's in my notes. Oh, no. No, it's by Mark Morrison, and it's provided by Chaosium. So last time, our intrepid soldiers of France had been tasked with finding or raiding the Count Fenelix next soiree and arresting and bringing anyone in attendance in for questioning and bringing the Count to justice. So, before we get started, I'm going to have everybody tell me about their characters again. So, Dylan.
Yeah. Hi, I'm Dylan. I'm playing Jean Dupois, who's a 49-year-old soldier, drunk. His wife's dead, so he's kind of like grumpy, as you would be. And he has a little puppy.
Named?
Bonaparte. That's
there
what
you
it
go.
is.
I knew. I just want to make sure you knew.
Yep. No.
All right. So, we also have Jamey.
Hello, I'm Jamey. I'll be playing Etienne Babin, the one-handed army person who is 39, and he's ready to kick some butt today with one hand.
One hand behind his back.
Yep. And another hand in his pocket.
He's gonna
and then another hand in a satchel, and he's got like the whole array of hands.
He's gonna show these two-handed people how it's done. And then we have Scott.
Yes, I play Christophe Pressi. He is a soldier, but he's more of a romantic than a fighter.
Truth. And Katy can't be here tonight, so Joseph Hugel apparently has not returned yet from Paris with other supplies and things like that. And, those extra men that could come in handy, I don't know.
Yeah, one job. One job. And he couldn't handle it.
Couldn't handle it.
I thought he was ready at the party and he was a little drained.
A little bit. So last time you had taken your requisition soldiers and your arms, your supplies, possibly your cannon, and you had gone to the woods in Poissy, just down the road and out of sight from the Count's house, and had set yourselves up. You were sort of doing reconnaissance, kind of keeping an eye on the mansion. You noticed some of the Count's servants when they brought a lot of different animals into the property. The animals seemed disturbed. They didn't want to cross the property line, but they were forced to. And then you heard the most horrible sounds and realized that the servants were slaughtering all of the animals. They decapitated them. They took the carcasses out back somewhere, and you're not sure what they did with the rest of the animals. No. You also captured and questioned someone in the woods who was apparently keeping an eye out for the Count. You lashed him to a tree, questioned him, decided to leave him until after everything so that he couldn't report back and let them know what was going on. And then you did make a quick journey down to the town where you found it boarded up, all the windows closed, no one in the streets, just very, very still and silent. And when you tried to get into the tavern, you found that the woman who owns it was very much afraid and wanted you to please leave, which you did eventually. So, all right. So you all, it's after dusk now. The sun is set. You know that this party isn't supposed to start till midnight. Do you have anything you want to do for your final preparations before you are going to raid the Count's residence this evening?
Should we figure out how we're going to split everybody up? Do we have 50 soldiers?
You have 50 soldiers. Also, the captain has arrived just after dusk to sort of, you're overseeing it, this is your operation, but he's here to be the person of authority when everything goes down, to kind of take over the scene once you have done this, but you all are taking the lead on this.
I believe we went with like a morning dove or something as the signal to start.
Yeah.
It was some kind of bird call.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. I'm thinking we should have, I don't know how many, but a couple down near the gate, just in case like any of the people inside actually manage to get out and they start trying to run forward. We have a couple there waiting for them. I don't know how many we would need though.
I believe we went with like few members in each group, but a lot of groups, just keep them very well spread out.
Yeah. And kind of just like circling the entire thing.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then one person has a cannon.
Yeah, one person has a cannon.
We didn't we mount the cannon onto the carriage, or were we joking about that? I can't remember.
You had discussed it. Maybe
discussed, but I don't remember if we had.
Perhaps in jest, perhaps for real. I don't know. That is up to you.
Oh boy.
I don't know.
We have a cannon.
Quite some recoil on the wagon.
Yeah, true, but I mean, you could put like stones in front of the wheels, so when you know.
I don't think you've ever fired a cannon.
Hey, listen.
I mean, realistically,
you
get one shot of the cannon, so.
I just do things that I think are cool. I don't know.
We can leave it to our artillery expert. As I point over to you.
Oh gosh, putting it on me.
Do you think we should put it on a wagon?
If we put it on the wagon, it'll be able to clear the wall easier. Get the height advantage to it. Because I don't know how far away we're going to have it, but if it's too far and we get the angle wrong, it'll just plow right into the outer stone wall, which isn't going to help us. So if we get it higher, it'll clear the wall.
You do know that the mansion itself, because you've been up there, the mansion itself is a couple of 100 feet off of the main gate. Like, you actually have to travel up the driveway and up and around the loop. So there's quite a bit of distance between the wall and the actual mansion that's set kind of at the middle of the property.
Well, you're the one that has the experience with cannons. I trust your decision.
Yeah, I say we put it on top of the carriage and try to secure the carriage just so we can get some more distance and height and just ruin somebody's day.
Sick.
So,
and then, were we going to put a couple inside the walls too?
A couple of soldiers?
Yeah. Or are we just going to keep them all outside the walls?
I think we were gonna keep them all outside, and we had that plan with the candles in the window.
Yeah.
And if we didn't like give the signal by a certain time, they'd come in.
Yeah, we told them to wait like an hour.
Yeah, an hour or 30 minutes, one of the two.
Since they're being split up into smaller groups, maybe have like almost like the Warriors, where you have like the inner ring.
Yeah.
That's patrol, and they're inside the wall. And then there's another ring outside the wall. The biggest weakness would be numbers, because there would be a lot less soldiers, but you'd have to get through two chances of people finding them and watching.
So we're trying to get as many people as we can.
So you have 50 soldiers. Are you thinking 5 groups of 10 or 10 groups of 5?
I think 10 groups of 5.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Then like 5 in the walls and 5 out.
Yeah.
Actually, wait. One of the groups of 5 will probably have to, like all 5 will probably have to be for the cannon, right? That'd be for the outer wall. The wagon, right?
Exactly.
Yeah.
So are you going to have one group that they're supposed to come in when the signal goes off, and then you're going to have the rest sort of cover the perimeter? So if anybody tries to get out, you've got soldiers on the outside?
Yeah, that sounds good.
And one group with the carriage-mounted cannon to charge when it's time?
Yes. That's being headed by the person who I trained on how to use cannon warfare.
What's this? I hear somebody in France. What? What? You don't know anything about war? What?
And what are you three going to do? What is your plan for the three of you?
I'll sneak inside.
We're being stupid, and we have invitations, and we got our outfits.
Yeah, I was gonna say we have outfits and the invitation, so we could just walk right on in.
You could. Is that what you plan to do this evening?
I mean, we have to.
It worked last time.
Are you gonna use your broken middle finger hand, or?
Well, I have the other hand set right now.
Okay.
Okay.
Because that's gonna be the first line of attack.
I figure we could probably break off from the main party if we had to, and like sneak around back to the carriage house or something. Because I know that the stairs are right there, up and down. So.
Yeah, we definitely have to at least get up so we can do the candle.
Yeah.
Maybe each one of us has a specific job over on the inside.
Ooh.
I'll try to find any like hard written evidence, like journals or something. You know? Or-
That'll probably be like upstairs. So do you want to handle the candle stuff as well, or just focus on evidence?
That would be the issue. Maybe I don't know. I've been a pretty good distraction. Maybe I stay downstairs and you can go up, and I distract. And one of you does candles and scouts around, and the other one scavenges, I guess.
Exactly.
Oh,
And if we get like caught up there, it's probably better to have two people,
yeah.
especially since I'm sort of the muscle.
This
Yeah,
is true.
I'll be the one who starts trying to poke around, try to find more evidence.
Okay. Awesome.
Look at us
Okay.
having a plan. It's gonna
Yeah,
go terrible, but
It's gonna fall apart as soon as we get inside.
you walk in the door and the gate falls down.
I'm pretty sure this is how Call of Cthulhu works. You make a nice, decent, solid plan, and then it just all falls apart.
Yeah. That's the
And
fun.
then look, literally everyone at the party's a vampire.
All right. So, you all share your orders and your plans with the rest of your troops. You
Execute
split them
orders.
off into groups. The sergeant volunteers to oversee the cannon group. The Beaumains volunteers to oversee one of the groups that's heading to the back wall. That's going to come over the garden walls when it's time. And the rest of you three are getting gussied up for your entry into the party. You've got your outfits, you've got your wigs. Maybe you probably in the time you had to requisition stuff replenished your makeup supply. So you guys are kind of getting yourselves all ready to go. And why don't you roll me what do we got here for like disguise? Let's see.
There's a disguise skill.
There
Is
is. Are
No,
any of
there's not.
Are any of you good at disguise?
No.
No.
No, there's not. How about charm? Can I like charm my way in my costume?
Haha. Maybe you can charm your way at the door. But yeah,
Okay.
so who wants to roll me? Let's see.
I'll go first.
Good at any of this stuff.
I keep forgetting we're just looking at the green dice, correct?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Wow, that's actually not
That's
far
close.
away.
Do you want to spend
I'll spend
some?
it.
You
I
want to
spend
spend
it.
luck? All right. So you're doing up your makeup and you realize, oh no, wait, this isn't exactly right. And you remember the way that Melody's father would sometimes do his look and stuff. So you kind of go for that, and so you are successful. What about the other two gentlemen?
Cool. I look like an old man now.
Oh, I'm so terrible at disguise, but sure. I don't have anything else I can even use. But okay. No.
So yeah. So Babin, you're having a little bit of trouble applying this without any assistance with just the single hand. You're struggling
Yeah.
a little bit.
Cursing under my breath how no one's helping me. Stupid soldiers, no one wants no respect here.
If I remember right, you got like a little bit of a belly or something. Like you're old, like kind of retired almost.
Yeah. Large
So-
and robust.
Maybe you just can't like get the bottom buttons or something, so that like really throws it off.
Yeah.
So you look a little bit kind of unkept in this, but I
It's a
mean,
party.
maybe it's passable. Maybe you tied one on before the party started. And what about Dupois?
If only we had her spy in Paris.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I plan on just going as the valet sort of thing, like I did last time. So I don't just take off my jacket and stuff. I don't know if I
Alright.
need a disguise roll for that or not.
Just give me a roll, see how you
Okay.
do.
Oh God.
Truthfully, if I ever ran into a valet that had a hidden puppy in their shirt, I don't know what I'd do.
Mm-hmm. So, you
we
think,
all fine.
yeah, you think that you, well, it could be much better, but you're just gonna go with it anyway.
Oh well.
All
There's
right.
like stains all on my shirt.
So, as you guys are finishing getting ready, and it is now just about midnight, you can hear out on the road, you hear the click click of carriages going up the cobblestone, heading for Count Fenelix's mansion. Your carriage is kind of waiting off in the in the tree line. They've kind of set it aside for you to ride out when there's a clear space for you to go. So you guys go get your carriage. Dupois, you climb up on the seat, and Babin and Pressi climb into the back of the carriage and close the doors. Do you want to give me a check there, Dupois, to
Drive
drive
check?
the carriage? Yeah, give me a
Sure.
drive check.
Okay.
Oh, see, no
nice.
problem.
All right, so you wait. You hold up until it quiets, and then you bring the carriage out of the woods and onto the road, and start heading up the drive. Toward the driveway of the mansion, and you can see up ahead. It looks like the carriages are starting to queue up, and it seems that each carriage is being allowed in one at a time. So they get to the gate. There's some footmen at the gate. They kind of wait. They open the gate and let one go in. And then when that carriage comes around and comes back, they open the gate. That carriage heads down the street. And the next one comes up and goes in.
Okay.
So you guys kind of wait in the queue. And then eventually it comes to your carriage. And the footmen open the gate. And they look at you, Dupois, and they motion for you to lead your carriage through the gate.
I mean, when I'm in the carriage, I'm like, I swear, if Dupois gets out of this scot free with just another statue.
Okay,
He
so
didn't see the same stuff we did. I take a sip of wine.
Dupois, you are driving the carriage up the driveway. You can see that the house is lit. You two in the back have a little bit of a view, but Dupois, yours is much clearer. You see that the rooms look like they're lit inside. As the carriage, as you come up and around the circular driveway, and you're heading around toward the front door, you see footmen standing waiting, and you also see Count Fenelix standing and waiting at the door to greet the carriage.
Okay.
So,
Good thing I'm just the driver.
so you pull the carriage up, and it comes to a stop. So a footman steps forward and reaches over, opens the door of the carriage, and motions for you in the back to exit the carriage and get out.
Okay, so this is the same carriage as before, right?
Yes.
Is all that stuff still in there?
Yeah. If
Okay,
you guys didn't take it out, everything's still in there.
I'd probably pop out with another one of those cigars or whatever, like already lit and everything.
Okay, so you both step out from the back, and the Count smiles. Just an ear-to-ear, smile that does not reach his eyes. And he says, "Good evening and greetings. Welcome, my precious guests. Please, remove your wigs." And he waits.
Is there any sign that, of the people in front of us?
No, it appears they've already gone into the house, and the door to the house is closed. There's two footmen standing at the door.
I look back, almost like I'm trying to be all I got a nobleman, and I'm like, after all I spent all this time powdering my wig, and I take it off.
All right.
Babold's like, well, I'd like to keep it on, but... And he slowly takes it off. Because he kind of figures out where this is going because he's the one who saw all that stuff.
Yep, Fenelix turns to what looks like a large chest, and he says, "Please choose for the evening." And you sort of look, and the chest is full of the heads of the decapitated animals. There's some lambs, there's some dogs, there's some deer.
I cover Bonaparte's eyes.
Oh no, you're fine. You're just I'm
just gonna go right now.
Bye.
I wonder how those two are doing. I bet I could light the candles.
So he looks at you and waits for a beat. What do you guys do in that beat when he points?
Pressi, probably all of them are disgusting.
Oh, they're terrible. They're bloodied. They're not cleaned. They're disgusting.
Probably tries to grab, he hesitates at first, but he knows he has to keep his cover. So he does go down and quickly go to grab one. He gets himself away from any of the dog ones.
All right, so do you take a lamb or a deer?
I guess the lamb.
Okay. The Count looks at you as you take it, and he goes, "Interesting choice. Don it."
So
he waits.
here?
Yes, put on your head.
It definitely takes Pressi a while, and he's obviously, and I mean, everyone we saw here before on the last party were uncomfortable with everything he's putting them through this torture vest.
Mm-hmm.
So he very reluctantly and slowly does eventually put it on. He probably shivers at a cringe with the cold blood dripping down on him or something.
And then he says to Babin, "And you?"
Babin very slowly pulls out a dog head and just, without even being asked, just puts it on and shudders.
And he says, "You must enter the carnival as you are." And he points to the ground.
Oh, God.
Whoa, what? Jesus.
My name is now Lamsey, and the Mercy. Oh God, please stop. Oh wait, that's not one word. Anyway, so okay, it's really obviously very humiliating.
Become the animal that you are. And he stares. He's staring at you both. I want you both just to give me power checks, please.
Oh, God.
I thought that was going to be sanity.
As he turns his gaze.
Oh, wow.
Ooh.
Oh.
Yeah.
All right. So, yeah, Pressi, you have felt this gaze bear down on you before, and you sort of give him this steely look, you don't have to do what he tells you to do. And he seems to know it. He sort of smiles even wider, aha. But Babin, you are compelled. You feel like you should get down on all fours and proceed toward the door, as the canine that you are.
Well, I mean, I guess it'd be all threes because I can't really bend this hand. So
That's true.
These have to be on all threes and just kind of be like a tripod, hobble in.
So you hobble toward the door. Pressi, do you follow Babin? What do you do?
I follow him.
All right. So as you both approach the door, the footmen open the door, and you see inside in the entryway where that statue, the Popple statue was last time. It's not there, but there's troughs lining the room here. And you see guests inside wearing animal heads of all variety, and they are drinking on all fours from the troughs.
Well then.
Yeah, that's pretty much Pressi right now. Exactly what you're doing right now. What the?
What do you two do And Dupois, what are you doing? As they go in, you see like these people inside on all fours, like running about and like just drinking with their heads buried in these troughs.
Oh, I've been there before. I'm gonna just take the carriage back around, I guess. And you said that they're like letting one in at a time.
Yes.
So it'd be weird if I didn't come back out. So
you might think so.
I'm probably gonna go back out and see if I can find some way to get inside again.
Okay, so you leave with the carriage and you're heading around as all right, Babin and Pressi, you are inside, and there are all these guests that are crawling around on all fours, drinking from these troughs, and you get the scent. You kind of can smell like the troughs contain like wine, very very strong wines.
At least it's wine.
Yeah. So, like, is everybody still on all fours, or are there some brave souls who are standing?
Everyone is on all fours. Every single person.
I try to find another lamb. Maybe somebody from Sunday.
Ooh, do you want to make me a spot hidden? All right. So you, as you're looking around at all these troughs and things, you do see a very terrified Melody sort of off in a corner. She's got a lamb's head on her head, and her eyes are just wide, and she's just like looking around in terror. And as you see her there, you see another guest goes by who's wearing like a dog's head, and he sort of turns and kind of like low growls under his breath at her, but continues to the trough and starts drinking.
Are there servants in here? Like, what are they doing? I'm assuming they're not part of the play.
Currently, you don't see any servants in this room. You can see you see a few people with pigs' heads on. You see a few people, other people with like deer heads, a lot of lambs, and a lot of dogs. And you can hear now like braying, barking, and squealing coming from around the room as people seem to be getting drunk and kind of into the character of the animal that they are portraying.
Babylon's gonna just like slowly start making his way through the crowd, just generally heading towards the staircase, but not trying to make it obvious that that's where he's headed. It's kind of making it look like he's just kind of wandering around, but a planned wandering.
Okay, so Babon, you knew that there was a set of stairs sort of across the room in the like outside the doors on the other side of this grand foyer. Like that's where you know that the stairs upstairs are. So you kind of make your way across. As you do, you kind of get surrounded at one point by other people with dogs' heads, and they almost seem like a pack is forming.
Oh sure, pick on the weak one. He just kind of keeps trying to hobble.
When you seem uninterested in joining the pack, they sort of bark a little bit at you, and then they move away, looking for other interested parties.
Well, that's bizarre. He's just gonna keep going. He's not gonna leave the foyer yet. He's gonna make like towards where the doors are and just kind of like hang out near there because he doesn't want to abandon Pressi yet.
I don't know. People barking is the least of the like messed up here. You know, just dead animal heads on our heads. You know, whatever. He actually does go. Pressi goes up to Dupois.
And you see as you're making your way around, there are servants that now start to kind of come in from the other room. They kind of just have this flat expression, and some of them are carrying like big like bales of hay, and some of them move to the furniture and start moving it aside, and they start throwing hay on the ground and like laying it out, and like so that people kind of start romping through it and playing through it and like are seriously getting into character as these animals.
The Count's still at the front.
He is, and every once in a while this is happening, the front door will open and more guests will come in wearing various animal heads on their hands and knees and join the fray. They seem to come in and they like immediately go for like the wine troughs and they just start drinking themselves sort of into a drunk state.
Do any of the guests seem like super into this whole thing, like beyond just what we've been experiencing so far?
You notice that a lot of them seemed sort of kind of remiss about it at first, a little bit hesitant, but as time is passing and more people are arriving, they seem to be slowly kind of giving into this. Like, in fact, at one point you see the pack of dogs, they sort of chase after 3 or 4 people who are wearing like deer heads through the room, and they're literally nipping at their heels as they chase them. Also, Babon, when you've made it to the other side of the grand foyer, you can give me a spot hidden as the servants are coming in and out to kind of look beyond to see the foyer.
Okay. I am doing terrible tonight.
You are. So yeah, so the doors kind of open and shut, but you keep getting distracted by the action in the foyer before you can kind of look out. And maybe about 15 to 20 minutes go by before you see the door open to the outside, and the count is kind of coming in now from outside. So meanwhile, outside, so Dupois,
Yeah.
you took the carriage back down the driveway,
Yep.
and they let you out through the gate.
Yeah. I figure I'll like stash it somewhere to the side. Sort of go around, make sure all the soldiers are like getting set up or are set up.
Mm-hmm.
And then I'll look to see if a group can help me like get up over the wall,
Okay.
like help me climb.
So where do you want to come over the wall? You could come over the wall toward the front of the property, on either side, or you could come in through the back and come up through the garden.
Can I come in from like the left side on the map? The sort of wooded area there?
Sure.
Sort of where I snuck around before.
Okay. Are you going to try to come across like where the garden is to get cover getting to the house?
Probably.
Okay. So when you get to the wall, you do have men set there, so they can give you an assist on a climb check. So if you want to roll with an advantage dice to see if you can get yourself up and over the wall.
Sweet. I will try my best.
All right.
Ah, fuck.
All right. So you are struggling to get up over the wall.
I told you I was fat.
You are a pretty hefty boy, but
One too many flapjacks?
Yeah. Evidently.
so
Sorry, I can't give you a hand in this one.
Yeah.
so the other soldiers who are kind of watching you do this,
Mm-hmm.
they're like, they're going to try to climb up and sort of help you get over.
Oh god.
It's all
Give me
good.
an extra boost.
That's what friends are for.
I like to imagine there's like servants on the other side of the wall just watching this whole thing happening.
Oh,
like, what?
Yeah.
They're taking bets on whether or not he'll make it.
They're setting up like a pulley system to get Dupois over the wall.
How long do you think it will take him? I don't know. We'll have to wait to see. All right, so they're going to try to help you. Let's see.
I don't know. Dupois doesn't seem like he can get over it.
No, he doesn't.
No.
I got you on that one.
Oh, you're all having a hard time. You think that
They must have
maybe
greased the walls.
they did. Maybe they noticed a statue missing from the garden.
Oh no.
But you do remember there was a spot kind of at the back of the property that was looked like it was a little crumbly that might be easier to climb up if you when you guys were investigating the other day.
That's a good point. Okay. Oh jeez.
No,
Jeanette really wants me to go around back.
See, what you need to do is you need to do some like Acme Incorporated kind of stuff, and you get like a rock and a plank.
Yeah, I was gonna say, get a plank.
And
He jumps off a tree and just. Ah!
I regret nothing.
I guess I will go around back and see if I have any better luck there.
All right, so you run around to the back side of the property, and this is all happening while Babin and Pressi are coming to terms with the goings on in this grand foyer of debauchery. All right, so when you get to the back, you find the spot where you have men stationed back there, and you can see the crumbly section of wall where it looks like there's a few more footholds and things like that.
Okay.
Do you want to try to go over the wall
Yes.
again?
Yes.
Okay,
Over the garden wall.
Yeah. I got a teapot on my head and everything.
All right, so you will get an advantage die for this because there are handholds available to you.
Didn't help me last time.
This is true.
Oh, wow.
Oh, so yeah, this time you actually you managed to get over without any assistance. You get to the top. Now roll me a jump check to jump down into the garden below.
Fuck.
You know the plane is going exactly how you want it to.
So
Yeah.
you think you see a soft spot, but there's oh shit, that's a rock. You will lose 1 hit point from the bad landing that you take. But you don't think you've broken anything, and you're still mostly intact. So looking around, I mean, you've seen the garden before, but now you can kind of see it in the moonlight. It's overgrown with roses. So, I mean, honestly, it looks like it'd provide perfect cover to get closer to the house. The roses are growing in a manner of varieties. In fact, you kind of look a little more closely, and you're surprised because there's black, aquamarine, turquoise, silver, grass green, and a whole other collection of colors back here. And not only that, but they're like luxuriant and healthy, as if they've been richly fertilized. You also see blackberries, brambles, and thorn bushes that grow in unchecked abundance amongst the roses.
Wow. Ready.
So do you want to try to make your way to the house?
Yeah, of course. I'm headed for the carriage house because I think that'd be the easiest means of entry. So.
Okay.
Yeah.
Are you going to try to be sneaky?
Fuck yeah, I'm gonna be sneaky.
So, because of all of this cover that you have, you get advantage die on the stealth check to make it through the garden.
Very nice. There you go.
All right, so you successfully blend into the vegetation, moving amongst the cover to try to make your way toward the house. Just do me a favor as you do this, though. Make me a dexterity roll.
Oh. Okay.
You're being stealthy, you're staying amongst the vegetation, and then you feel this sharp slashing pain as you realize you've gone through a more densely populated area of these prickers and thorns. You take another hit point of damage.
Okay.
And you notice that where you were cut, the wound seems to bleed freely. You kind of like cover it and try to staunch it, but it seems like it's bleeding a little, like it's taking longer to coagulate than you think it should.
Dupois dies before he even gets into the house.
I know, right?
I was about to say, meanwhile, in the house, we're like, oh man, Dupois has it so easy.
Yeah, right.
He does have a weird animal head on his head.
All right, so
I just have a
Woe
little
is
puppy on my
us.
head.
all right, so you were making your way through, and as you came through the back of the garden and got into the pricker bushes, you passed one of the fountains. It's still flowing with this pink reddish liquid, and it's got this like Icarus statue on top of it. And you move through the foliage, and you can see as you come through the center, there's all these black gravel paths. At the center of the garden paths, there's 4 paths that sort of intersect in the middle. There's a gazebo waiting in the center.
I go in there.
Detect evil.
As you continue past the gazebo, you can see the fountain toward the front near the house that has nothing sitting above it anymore. It's missing a statue. I wonder where that could have gone. I wonder. And also, but it's still flowing with this reddish pink liquid. When you pass one of the fountains toward the back, you actually got like the scent of grapes, almost like the fountain's flowing with like a wine. But then another one of the fountains as you got near, it had a more coppery scent to it.
Oh, that's nice.
All right, so you get to the edge of the garden. And you see now that to get from the garden to the back of the house, there's a little bit of open space.
Yeah, I see that.
Yes. What do you want to do?
Well, Do I see anybody?
Make a
Like-
spot hidden check.
Okay. Like I'll take a minute and look around and make sure there's no like anybody patrolling around that's gonna come across me. Success.
All right. Looking around, you do notice, you can see once again the movement in the kitchen across the way.
Okay.
You also note it looks like there is at least one footman patrolling around one side of the house and one on the other side. So left and right, there's like one footman apiece that you spot.
Oh,
but
shit.
but
Alright.
currently they don't look like they're looking toward the back garden.
Well, I'm glad I didn't go from the left then. All right. Well, I will come out of hiding and stealthily and as quickly as I can make my way over to the carriage house door and see if I can get inside and well, I'll just get inside at the moment.
Okay.
What happens after that, we'll see.
All right. So roll me a stealth check.
Okay. Ooh, can I spend luck, make that a success?
Sure.
Holy
Excellent.
crap, man.
All right. For just a second, you think, "Oh my God, I might get detected if I go," and then you see your moment. It looks like both guards hear something out front and turn, and you just quickly run to the back of the carriage house and sort of flatten yourself against the wall, and are there. So, meanwhile, back inside the party. So, Pressi, you have located across the room a very scared little sheep who appears to be beside herself in fear of this whole goings on. And Babin, you are off to the back of the room near the doors, but you haven't had a chance to really look out and see what's going on in the walkway beyond. And the Count has crossed the threshold. He steps into the room and he sort of smiles. And he kind of puts his hands out to the nearest guests that are kind of cavorting about in their animal shapes. And he just kind of like pets them on their animal heads. There's this donkey that kind of runs up to him. And he's petting it. And then on the other side of the donkey, a wolf comes around. And he pets the wolf too. And you see the wolf kind of snap at the donkey, who brays in fear. And the doors to the outside swing shut. And you hear, it sounds like hammering from the outside.
Shit.
Yeah, shit's right.
Not in here. That's where the hay is for.
Yeah. So, I have a question.
Yes.
With the servants you were coming in and out,
Mm-hmm.
is there any sort of pattern to them, or is it pretty random when they're appearing?
It was pretty random. It seemed that they were like just fulfilling some tasks. They laid out the hay, they moved the furniture, and they've kind of given space for the animals to kind of run around and cavort and just be crazy.
Okay.
Some of the predators are starting to hunt some of the prey in packs and chasing them and scaring them. The noise is getting more intense. And you just see Fennelik kind of moving about, just smiling, sort of like stopping here and there. And then every once in a while, like you kind of follow him, and then you get distracted by something, and you look back, and he's not there anymore where you were looking, and then you turn, and he's on the other side of the room. But you don't know how he got there so quickly.
Power walk.
Misty
Oh.
step.
So still no sign of Dupois. I'm assuming we've been here for a bit.
Yeah, currently there is not any sign of Dupois. As you guys have been inside now for about maybe 20 minutes.
Has it been like servants stopped coming through, or is it pretty consistently them coming?
They appear to have stopped coming through. If you want to, you can roll another spot hidden to see if you can see into that back hallway
Okay.
before they stop
Right.
opening and closing the doors.
I've been doing so terrible tonight.
It's okay.
Oh no, again.
Can I
You're-
help? Because I was actually gonna. try
You
to-
can make one if you are making your way around the room trying to see.
One of us is useful.
Haha. All right, so Pressi kind of makes his way by Babin, and he distracts you for a minute. But over Babin's shoulder, Pressi, you get a quick look into the hallway, and you see the staircase that leads up. You see some of the servants crossing in between. You see a door set off to the side, and there are 2 footmen stationed on either side of that door, which is currently closed. And then the door kind of swings shut, and you can't see the hallway anymore.
No, it's gonna be. They got 2 footmen at the door.
Would they be able to see the staircase from where they're standing?
Yes, he would see that they have a clear view of the staircase.
Yeah, they are looking right at it pretty much.
Well, that complicates things.
So are they to the... So where exactly are they at on the map?
They're in the grand foyer. So they are like up at the top of it where those openings are. Those are all like doors that open and close.
Okay.
So they're kind of, they can be wherever they want, like maybe in the center to get a better view. So yeah, they can see those stairs that go up, and they also see that door in the corner, and they can see that there's a set of double doors that lead somewhere else.
Okay. Where do they see the guards at?
They see the guards on the little door to the left. That's number 12.
Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Yep.
Okay.
Excellent. Yikes.
Well then, how are we supposed to get upstairs then?
Or downstairs.
I could make a distraction, but I would really like to wait until the fog gets here, because I think that it can only work once.
We might as well wait for our friend to show up.
Well, we did tell the men, like, if we didn't give the candle signal within like 30 minutes to just come in.
To start moving forward.
That is true.
That might be a distraction right there.
Well, I'm guessing Dupois will miss something. So,
That damn dog probably got into something.
Yeah.
You're one to talk. As I look up at Jeanette, and I go, and the we should just we'll just go with the plan minus 1 person. So you'll have to do candles and search. Are you okay with that?
I have to get upstairs first is the problem.
Sorry.
So while you guys are sort of like meandering about, trying to figure out what to do, both Babin and Pressi, just make me spot hidden checks real quick.
Then we're attacked by ninjas.
Boy! Oh, wow.
Oh my god.
That's the only fail I'm fine with.
So,
59.
Pressi, you are sort of whispering back and forth, you and Babin, and you, for a second, your eyes flick to the crowded room where everyone, like, some of these people have started eating, like, off the ground, and they're, like, their makeup is all smeared in a mess, and you see a tiger walk through the center of some of these creatures and then disappear into the shadows, and then you lose sight of it.
A person in like a tiger?
No,
outfit?
you're very sure that you just saw a real tiger walking through.
Oh.
Okay, I just wanted to be sure. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, we're going now. I don't
Okay.
even tell you. I just say, yeah, we should. We're okay. So I'm gonna distract them, and then while they're busy with me, you gotta go.
Got it.
Okay. So Pressi's probably gonna commit suicide here. He's gonna go in here,
Mm-hmm.
try to like make sure the guards see him come in on all fours as a lamb,
Mm-hmm.
and he's gonna try to pee in the hallway and see what happens.
That's my plan if I ever get caught. I was gonna just start peeing.
Make it look like I think I'm part of the animal thing, and then they'll be like, "Hey, wait, no, you're not. The party's out there," you know. Like, you know.
So yeah, you wander out, and you sort of lift a leg and start peeing. Where are you? What are you peeing on? Because they do take notice as soon as you sort of meander your way out.
What all is in here?
It's a long hallway, and there's basically just the stairs heading up. There's like kind of a couple of like soft sofas sitting on either side of those double doors, but other than that, there's no furniture.
Probably over towards the sofas, just because that would get them away from their post, but also give room for him to get in there. You know.
All right, so one of them moves over and is like, "Come on, little lamb, move yourself back inside. Bah, let's go." So Babon, what are you gonna do? Are you making a break for the stairs?
Only one guard went over.
The other is watching this, so he's watching them.
Pocket sand.
That's what I was thinking. Babel's just gonna sprint for it. Just get up on both legs, not hobbling on his 3 tripods anymore. Just like get into like the football pose and then just book it towards the stairs.
Do you want to try to be sneaky about it?
I could try. I'm not good at those, but I
Okay.
could try.
Would he have advantage because they're distracted right now, or?
Yeah, he could use an advantage die, and then I'm going to roll for their spot hidden.
Guys, I'm not good at
I,
this.
I gotta ask. This is important to me. Did he come over and like leave his post before or after I relieved myself?
Kind of as you're relieving yourself.
God damn it. Okay.
Were you gonna pee on him?
Maybe.
Oh.
Hey, it's 10 luck if you want to.
Do it.
Can I lock that?
Do it, please.
Actually, you
Wow.
they don't seem to notice you.
Yeah,
Oh
never
my
mind.
God. Yeah.
We'll say like I actually do kind of pee on him. Maybe I don't know.
Ugh.
Yeah, as you run past, like you actually slip in some of the like gross like hay and stuff on your feet that's stuck to you now.
As long as it's hay. I don't
Yes.
want to sleep in something else.
Yeah.
And you manage to get to the stairs and sort of bolt up these stairs to the second floor. So when you clear the stairs to the second floor, you see that the stairs continue up to a third floor. But you look around and there's like a hallway with multiple doors leading off, and you can see like bedrooms and things like that. There's like a Roman villa with like esque kind of setup with couches in place of a bed. There's a Venetian room that you can see through a door. It looks like the bed is set into a gondola. As you kind of look around and move a little further, there looks like a kind of a Turkish setting. Like every room has a different pattern to it, a different style, and everything looks like old, like kind of antique.
So was it that we light one candle and then we take it away when we want them to come in? Was that what it agreed to?
I think that was the
Dang.
plan.
I think it was just we could get a candle up there. If we
Okay.
were to go with multiple candles, and then it's like, what's the point? So,
Yeah, exactly.
So Babon's gonna try and like figure out one of the rooms that faces towards the front of the house where like they could see it, and he's gonna try to find a candle to light because I don't think he brought one with him.
With this plan, do you think you would have brought
say
one?
we would. I think.
Okay, yeah.
I think Pressi would make sure at least everyone has at least one.
Okay. So he'll light a candle and put it in the window, and then it's just like bedrooms on this floor.
Yeah, it appears to be mostly bedrooms. And you go through the gondola room to get to a front window, and you kind of look out and down, and you can see the footmen are kind of lounging on the stairs sort of below, and it looks like they're clinking like bottles and sort of smoking. And you can hear their muffled voices, but the window's closed, so you can't make out what they're saying.
Well, I can't make out what they're saying.
Do you
Is there
want
a way I
to? Do you
can,
want to
like,
make a listen
Try
check?
to like creak the window open, just like a little hair. Just...
Sure. You can creak it open, and do you want to make me a listen check to see if you can make out what they're talking about?
I'm strangely good at these, so why not?
Yeah.
Not this time.
Not that
Oh
time.
no.
Why am I so bad tonight?
I don't know. Yeah,
So bad
so
juju.
you creak the window open, but the sounds of the party kind of take what these guys are talking about. The only thing you can make out is it seems like they may be making bets.
Great.
And who's gonna die first? Okay.
Which one's going to be on the guard first? Damn it! I lost my bet.
So if there's only bedrooms, Babel's gonna try and go up to the third floor.
All right, so as Pressi is being confronted by the guards and Babon is climbing the stairs to the third floor. Dupois, you are outside against the wall behind the carriage house. Currently, you know that there is a footman to either side of the house, sort of patrolling. Also, you suddenly something catches a whiff, like you're like, and in the dark, you didn't see this, but now you turn your head kind of to the right and look, and you see this sort of like dark mass, like pile, set a little ways off, and now you kind of hear like the buzzing of flies.
Yummy.
And you kind of wait a minute for your eyes to adjust now that you're in the shadows, and you can see that this is a heaped pile of dead animal carcasses just left to rot and waste. Like they did not even do anything to clean or keep this for food. It's just wasted.
Bob shakes his head and is just gonna slowly open the carriage house door.
Okay.
So that it's like quiet, and then slip inside.
All right. Do you want to make me a stealth check?
Yes, I'll make one.
All right.
Jeez.
I love it.
You really want me to get caught?
Oh, I do, but unfortunately, Dupois is the quietest, short little fat man I have ever met in my life. I love it. So yes, you open the door very quietly, and you see in the shadows, you can see like the Count's white carriage set back.
Excellent.
And you hear the horses sort of moving uncomfortably in their stalls. And looking around, you kind of do a quick look left, right, and you can see there's a set of double doors to your right that look like they are in the direction of the house proper.
Okay, well, before I go check those out, I want to check the carriage out.
Okay.
Just because we weren't able to before. So yeah, I'll just give it outside a once over, and then open the door, look inside, see if there's like any secret compartments or any bullshit like that.
Okay. Give me a spot hidden.
Okay, I will. There you go.
All right, so you inspect the outside of the carriage, and you can actually see like where there's marks, and you realize that these are the marks that were left from when the carriage ran down those two innocent men in the street. And you're like, ugh. And then you move to the side of the carriage, and you open the door to kind of take a look inside, and something falls out on top of you. And you do you try to catch it, or do you get out of the way?
Stop! Get the fuck out of the way.
All right, make me a dex check.
Oh Lord! Of course, my worst stat.
Oh.
Okay, I still made it.
All right, you managed to get out of the way without knocking into the bridles and things on the wall behind you. You stumble back against the wall as a limp form falls to the ground, and it looks like you don't know who this woman is, but there is the dead body of a woman. And then you look again and you realize you've seen her before.
Oh no. Okay.
She looks like the woman that was in the carriage that you guys pilfered.
Yeah.
And you're like, oh.
Fuck.
Pressi, while you're in the hallway, make me a listen check.
I almost want to say he just fails because he just feels so humiliated. Listen, you said?
Yes, please.
At least Melody's not in there.
All right, let's see.
That's not good.
So Pressi, the two footmen, one is still standing by this door, the other is trying to shoo you back toward the grand foyer, and you hear a soft thump from beyond the double doors where you are, but they don't seem to notice.
Pressi doesn't have enough time, and it's 2-on-1 to really try to investigate that thump.
Mm-hmm.
He's hoping it's not, a friend that went upstairs. But
Okay.
he lets them escort him back.
All right, so they do. They lead you back in, and when you get back inside...
He tries to pretend like that whole scene never happened, ever.
All right. When you get back inside, even in the couple of minutes it took for you guys to move into the hallway, it seems like the situation in the foyer is quickly getting out of hand. People are starting...
It wasn't before?
Oh, no. It's even more out of hand. The pack of wild dogs, in fact, has cornered a small innocent looking lamb and is nipping and barking at this little lamb.
What lamb?
A very particular lamb that you are very familiar with. It is Melody, and she is bleating in fear as they you see one of the dogs actually bite her in the ankle, and she pulls away and sort of like ducks against the wall.
I don't have horns, do I?
No, you don't have horns.
Damn. I don't care. I'm gonna headbutt him.
All right, so you are going to charge this gentleman, and you're going to headbutt him. I want you to roll me a brawl check.
He's thinking with his heart, not his brain.
So you charge in, and do you want to spend any luck to make that a success?
No.
16.
All right. You charge, and he sees you coming, and sort of turns on you and starts growling and barking at you, and he is going to attempt to bite you.
Good luck, fucker. I'm covered in piss.
Takes a bite. Oh!
All right, so he attempts to bite you, but you back away and are between him and Melody now. But the rest of the pack is like growling and like just sneering. You see like they're drooling. They seem like they're maybe getting ready to come at you as a group.
This is really bad, like roll wise. Not even like for actual situation. I'm gonna try to intimidate them.
Okay. What is it you want to do? Like, what are you doing as Pressi to like scare them?
Seem like just like I don't know, a lamb that knows how to defend itself. I don't know.
A forceful.
Like so lambs themselves are usually pretty passive, but the reason I was thinking of ram is because they're actually very aggressive. So I was thinking maybe they'll act more ram-like or something. I don't know. I don't know animals. I don't know persona stuff. Okay, it's weird.
I mean, you can step out of the animal persona if you want to like roar.
Not roll.
Oh yeah, no.
Roll matches.
Yeah,
Perfect.
you try to scare the pack of wild dogs, and they start to kind of converge on you and Melody in the corner. As let's see, Babin, you are upstairs. You move up to the 3rd floor of the mansion. As you come to the 3rd floor, you see that there is a door at the top of the stairs. It appears to lead into what must be the master bedroom of this house. You can see it's slightly ajar, and you can see a 4-poster gilded bed sitting across the way with red velvet curtains strung all around, kind of held back at the corners with ties. What do you want to do?
I'm gonna slowly creep into the room.
All right. As you creep into the room, you can see that there are 2 adjoining rooms off to either side. They look like probably dressing rooms. One of them, you can see the door is slightly open, and it looks like there's a lot of like fine, exquisite clothing. The other one, when you look over, it looks like it's full of shoes. Only shoes. Completely full of shoes. Of all variety, style. You also can see toward the back of the room, there's like, it looks like a door for like the servants and to come and go. And there appears to be stairs that lead up, because you do know from the outside that there's 2 like tower structures on the house, one on either side of the building.
Is there any like desks or anything in here?
You don't see any kind of desk or anything like that, but you can make me a spot hidden roll if you want to.
Sure. Oh, I succeeded.
Awesome.
Finally.
So, looking around, you know, first of all, the bed is pristine, as though it has never been slept in.
Big surprise.
You also notice a pattern of holes in the floor near the bed that you can't explain.
Like, how are they patterned?
It's just like random like holes sort of drilled through the floor. Almost like for airflow. But you've never seen like this kind of design.
Is there a way is it too dark to try and look through a hole?
No,
or...
you look down through a hole and you are looking down into the Turkish bedroom down below.
Did are all holes looking down into the Turkish bedroom, or do they look into different rooms?
These ones look like they just look into the Turkish bedroom.
That's concerning. He's gonna, can you look under the bed? Can I look under the bed?
Sure, you kind of pull up the velvet and look, and there's nothing to be seen under the bed. It's completely empty.
Just out of morbid curiosity, I need to check out that shoe closet, because there's just something weird about that, and I don't like it.
All right, you move across and open the door, and in fact, it is entirely stocked with shoes. Floor-to-ceiling shelves of shoes, pristinely buffed, tidy boots, sandals, like all variety from all walks of different cultures and things like that. Just shoes.
He's gonna reach out and scuff a couple of them.
Scuff, 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 scuff. You kind of take some of the mess from downstairs.
Yeah, just kind of trash the room a little bit.
All right.
Just take your hat. And
I guess he's gonna go try and see where that staircase going up leads. Cause YOLO. The one, like the servant store that goes up to that tower. See if there's anything up there.
All right, so you move across the room and you kind of look and open the door. There are stairs that lead up. And you're a little nervous at first because the towers from the outside looked a little worse for wear. But when you come in here, you notice that it seems like maybe that was by design, because this looks like fairly new construction in the house.
He's gonna go up.
So yep, you go up and you can kind of look out and you get a kind of a view of the property. So you're sort of looking out over the gardens.
Do I see anything of interest?
Currently it's pretty quiet out there. You don't see anything going on.
So strange. I don't like any of this. Oh, he's gonna go back to the master bedroom, I guess.
All right. So meanwhile, Dupois, you are in the carriage house and something has fallen out of the carriage.
Yeah. Well, I will politely step over this lady's body and look around inside the carriage. Is there another body in here, or is it?
Yeah, there is. In fact, the wine gentleman is in there as well.
Fucking Christ. Well, I don't know that I even want to look for a secret compartment at this point. I found enough. I'll look anyway. Just.
Yeah, you look around inside, and you don't find anything.
Okay.
There's nothing
That's
of
what I
interest. Mm-hmm.
Okay. Yikes. So what kind of tools are on the walls in here?
Various things. There's some whips. There's bridles and things for the horses. Yeah, there's some equipment for like shoeing the horses and stuff if they throw a shoe, just things like that.
So like hammers?
Yeah, it's some small like hand hammers.
Oh, okay. I'm gonna take a hammer.
All right, take a hammer.
Just in case, you know.
Hammer time.
Yeah. Okay. And then I'm gonna head over to where the double doors are.
Okay.
And I'm gonna little tiny crack and just sort of peek in the hallway there.
So make a spot check for me.
Okay. Oh.
Ooh. So you peek through the door in time to see the footman moving back to his post. You notice a puddle on the floor in like the center by one of these couches. And you can just hear one of the footmen saying, I can't wait for the excitement to really get going.
Fucking Christ. Where are the soldiers at?
I don't know, somebody just lit a candle in the window.
Oh, God damn it. Alright, oh, fuck. I don't know what to do now. Well, I guess Dupois is gonna, like, try and slink into the hallway.
Well, I will remind you that Dupois also saw that there was a door off the kitchen at one time.
Oh, yeah, I
But
know.
he has to go back outside to get there.
I know.
Okay, so you want to slip into the hallway?
Yeah.
Yeah, you do.
Yeah.
Slip and slide like a banana.
Whoa!
I could just hear Jeanette go like, good, I have them separated.
Damn it.
I don't think any of you have heard it, but that we are number one. So would it be like a really sinister version? So it's just like, burn. That's exactly what's going on right now.
Yeah, right?
Peeking through the door.
All
Also,
right.
the entire time Dupois was sneaking in, I kept hearing the Pink Panther theme going.
Yeah.
All right,
I-
so go ahead, Scott.
I was about to say, any stealth immediately defaults to Metal Gear Solid to me. I've never played it, but immediately think of the stealth music.
Well, I just want to point out that he deserves it because Dupois rolls fantastic on stealth checks.
Sure.
So let's find out if it continues, Dupois.
Okay.
Oh, yeah. So you open one of these doors very quietly. You can see like the side profile of the footman by this door. You can see the stairs to your left, the footman is to your right. You know he's talking to another one, even though you haven't seen them. So you know there's two. As you sort of just step into this small hallway, and then just quietly kind of pull the door shut behind you. And you're now standing. You see a blank-faced servant walk from the kitchen and open a door into the main room. And when they do, like, you could hear the muffled noises from inside. The door opens and you hear barking. You hear braying of donkeys. You hear the squealing of pigs. You hear the bleating of lambs. Just make me a spot hidden check while this door is sort of swinging open and closed.
Just like I'm back home on the farm. Jesus.
You see inside the door as it swings shut. You see Pressi with another person behind him. You can't make out who it is, and you can see that he's backed kind of into a corner with a group sort of surrounding him in the next room. You also see this servant sort of walks across, never even looks, like you kind of stand there for a second like, oh shit, because he kind of comes back in, but they never, like, the glazed look doesn't leave their face. They cross between the kitchen across to where the stairs are, and there's a door at the other side that they swing open, and you can see that there's like this nice ballroom. You see a small stage set in the back. Standing on the stage, you see a small man dressed in fine clothes, but he looks like he has an apple shoved in his mouth. And standing at his shoulder behind him is a probably 5'6" tall woman who looks like she's dressed like an angel. And they're just standing there sort of unmoving, kind of, you see their eyes dart back and forth, but they don't move from their location.
Okay. Well,
Something I'm not sure.
Mm-hmm.
Did any of us bring any weapons when we went in?
oh yeah. I assume I brought
I
like
assume we
my
armed
pistol
ourselves.
and stuff. Because I mean, I didn't have to worry about like a weapon check or anything when we were going in. So.
I mean, it's not abnormal, especially in this area, to have like a sword on your side, especially from
Yeah.
like a noble status.
Yeah, I would say that a sword, you probably wouldn't have been able to sneak a musket in.
Oh, yeah.
Except for
No,
except for Dupois, maybe could be carrying somebody's musket if they left it behind. But if you had a small
Please.
firearm, then you could probably have
Yeah.
that with you.
So, like, I have a
Please.
flintlock, so I assume I have that,
Yeah, you could have had that tucked in your belt.
as well as my trusty axe. Because I have an axe, too.
Dupois, please have a musket. It's what I'm best at. It's like my
Yeah.
best
I probably just like have all sorts of stuff. I have like some snacks just in case.
I
You hear
do.
Pressi from the other room. Take the shot.
I probably would have like one flintlock pistol and a sword.
Okay.
The main reason I'm saying that is because I might need it pretty soon.
Yeah. Well, seeing Pressi like surrounded by all these people in this weird animal party room,
Mm-hmm.
Dupois just like shakes his head and he's like, I told him not to get into any weird sex stuff, but here we are. Here we are. And I'm just gonna like huddle down next to the couch, like hide myself behind the arm. And
Okay.
I'm gonna wait until like I hear the soldiers coming in or like commotion that would cover my next movements.
Okay. Make a stealth roll.
Oh, fuck. Okay. You just want me to fail. And it's like,
No, of course not.
there you go, Jeanette. There's your
Okay.
self roll.
Look, this has to happen. I've been rolling terrible. Dylan has to roll well. It's equilibrium.
I feel like it's whenever she wants you to fail is when it's always at least hard, if not extreme success.
Yeah.
Dupois becomes a piece of the furniture. He's like, it's just. He completely molds himself, almost like Slughorn in Harry Potter.
Exactly. I'm so fat, I just have a comfy armchair.
You're just the spy from Team Fortress 2, and you just have a mask on, and it's just like the furniture piece.
There was this nice throw that was across the like one of the chases, and you're just kind of like pull it across and make yourself look like a lounge chair. It's very well suited. Like you place it perfectly. You might have a future in home decorating.
Nice.
All right,
Something
so
to think about.
so Pressi, you and Melody are in a very bad situation. What do you want to do about this? As the dogs are barking and you actually are like dodging, they're nipping at you as you two are sort of pinned in a corner. Poor Pressi.
He's gonna do his best to defend her, and if it gets down to it, like if they're actually like doing damage to me, I probably will just drop the act entirely. Even if the count gets angry and goes to fight me, Pressy's probably still not gonna care. He's like pretty much he's gonna get up on his two legs and pull out the sword.
All right.
And be like, "That's it, fuckers," you know.
Well, one of them does sort of is going to try to lunge in to bite at you. You can either let them try to get to you. You can roll a dodge, but if you do a dodge roll, then you're not going to get to do like any kind of action on your next round.
Would I be able to distract them away from Melody? So she can
They
get
they
play?
seem focused on you right now, so like very.
Okay. I'll do it with a dodge then.
Actually, they lunge in, and they miss you completely.
They had a little too much wine.
They seem to be a little bit drunk. And at this point, you see from your four-legged vantage point, you see a set of legs sort of moving through towards you. And you hear, "Oh, is it dinner time already? Oh, look at those tasty morsels. Will you let them go so easily?" As you kind of look up and you see Fennel kind of looking down, he's petting one of the dogs on the head. And he just smiles wickedly at you. "Are you frightened, little lamb?"
Since I succeeded so well in my power check before, he's probably gonna be like, "No."
He just shakes his head. "That's all right then. I'm okay with that too. I think she's terrified though." And you see Melody is just sort of cringing behind you in fear. "It's all right, little lamb. Don't worry." And he just sort of strolls away. And you look back at Melody to kind of like make sure she's okay. And when you look back again, Fennelic's not in sight again. He has disappeared. So, upstairs, Babin. What are you doing?
I'm gonna check the closet with all the clothes in it because I'm just trying to find like anything useful.
Did you light a candle yet?
Yeah, I
He
lit a
did.
candle already.
Okay.
Yeah, we're good.
All right, so you go into the closet full of clothing, and it is exquisite, like all sorts of fine silks and just beautiful multicolored patterns. There's some beautiful styles from across the globe: India, Italy, German, English. Just gorgeous collection of outfits.
He's just gonna keep poking around, trying to see if I could find anything there. I doubt there's gonna be something, but just attempt to find
Yeah,
more
you
evidence.
can roll me another spot hidden check.
Hey, I passed. Look at that.
So looking through, you don't find anything like evidence-wise, but you find another set of these little holes in the ground.
Where do these? He's gonna look down and see where these ones.
They look like they lead down into like the hallway below.
Okay. Well, these are weird. Everything around here is weird.
It's true.
Almost like they can spy on you from above.
Yeah. So, and then this master bedroom is the only thing up here on the third floor. There's no other rooms.
Nope, no other rooms up here.
Guess I'm gonna creep down to the second floor again and go to the Turkish room
Mm-hmm.
and try and like look up to the ceiling to see if I can spot the holes.
Sure, make a
From
spot hidden check. You have an advantage die because you know where they are upstairs.
Oh my god.
Damn, where are they? Yeah, you're not sure. I mean, maybe... No, that might be a discrepancy in the ceiling. I mean, maybe somewhere right here. It's hard to tell.
And like I just poke around in this room a little more just because I'm getting nowhere with this. And
Sure. Dupois, do you want to make me a listen check?
Sure. There it is. It's not good.
No. You notice one of the footmen, he looks, the one standing where you can see just his shoulder, sort of looks up. Do you hear that?
Dupois just sits there as a chair.
Oh, that chair's sweating. Weird.
But they don't, they look, like he looks toward the stairs and is looking at the ceiling, but he doesn't move from his post. He stays at this door. So, what is Pressi gonna do? The dogs kind of back off and go after some other prey. You don't seem as easy to intimidate, so they kind of run away for now. You see them, they sort of take down a deer on the other side of the room as a pack, and they're kind of attacking it violently.
When you say take down...
They chase it down, knock it over, and are like biting and clawing at it.
I try to get Melody to go hide best she can, and I'm gonna also try to lure as many of the predator ones towards the stairway as I can.
Ooh, what do you want to do to lure them? Also, you notice, you tell Melody to hide. She sort of goes and tucks herself kind of behind a piece of furniture on the wall, but you notice she's more reacting sort of from, like, you don't see, like, Melody's kind of out of it a little bit. Like, this is all taking its toll kind of on her, and she's sort of just reacting from the fear and not from, like, an intelligent person standpoint.
Yeah, I had a feeling. Yeah, he's gonna... Well, the other reason he's wanting to do this is because it's a lot harder to escape if you're upstairs. Because the soldiers are probably coming pretty soon. They're all pretty drunk anyway, so it shouldn't be too bad. He it's just Pressi humiliating himself for party. Can I use charm in any way to lure them?
Sure. Yeah, you can try to draw their attention with using a charm check.
I
You're,
can't
Sexy
intimidate.
little lamb.
you want to make yourself look like the tastiest morsel in the room. I'm okay with that.
Ah.
Okay, here I go. Towards the stairs. Like I get towards the stairs first, and then if it's successful, he's gonna like just run up the stairs, try to get past those two guys.
Oh my god, yeah.
Oh my.
Yeah, so Pressi,
That is the tastiest little lamb I've ever seen.
you start sort of running around in this room and like drawing the attention of these creatures, and you get a good pack of like wolves and dogs just sort of swarming behind you, nipping at your heels, and you come tearing through the door of the grand foyer with this pack, and the guard, the two footmen are kind of like, oh shit, and you just sort of keep going up the stairs. Some of them are like following you up, but you bolt up the stairs. I would assume like when you get about 2/3 up, you kind of get to 2 feet and run. Yeah. So upstairs, Babon, you hear a cacophony of barks, growls, and then you hear footfalls on the stairs, and you hear someone running up the stairs. Just make me a spot hidden check as you whip your head around and look back out the open door behind you.
Well, we knew that was going to happen.
Yeah, so you whip your head around and you catch you for just a second sort of like stop and look back because you think you see the shadow of movement in the corner of the room you're in. But when you look back, there's nothing there. And then when you look back toward the doorway, you see Pressi like at the top of the stairs running up the hall, and there's like a pack of maybe like 6 or 7 men on all fours with wolf and dog heads sort of charging after him. And Dupois, downstairs, you're like covered a little bit. You see out of like where you can see through the lace of the cover you put on, just this that was the Pressi up the stairs, and there's just this wreck of noise as this party starts to spill into this room and into the ballroom and is just going insane.
Shake my head disappointedly.
I like to think as Pressi's running past you, he's doing like the Jack Sparrow run. He's like, I hope
Like
you,
all limbs flailing.
he's like, I hope you lit the candle. God.
Well, Babon's going to like hold the door open for Pressi to come in.
Pressi, do you go in the room where Babon is, or do you keep going?
Hell yeah. I get the hell out of
As soon as he gets in, Babon slams the door shut.
Make me a dexterity check, Babon.
Oh, fun.
See if you do it before these animals get through the door.
Nope.
All right. So, 3 of the wolves manage to slam through before you're able to force the door shut. So the 2 of you are in a room, and these, like, they're salivating, they're growling, and they're coming towards you. So what are each of your dexterities?
Mine is 50.
70.
All right. Let's see. All right. So, Pressi, these 3 wolves have gotten in the room and they are glaring at you. You can hear outside the door like the clawing of the rest of the pack that was out there. So there's like 3 more out there clawing at the door. Pressi, what do you want to do?
So he actually was able to close the door.
He did. He shut it, but a couple of them managed to shove past him.
I was gonna try to like take him back down. The door's closed. It's better to have it stay closed. I guess I look at Babon and you see me get into like fight mode, and I like try to kick him or something. I don't know.
All right, you can make me a brawl check if you want to kick one of these wolves and try to put him down, get him out of your way, knock him unconscious. All right, so you try to kick, and the wolf sort of dodges out of the way. Babon, what do you want to do?
I'm gonna try and kick one too.
All right.
Oh my god.
All right. Nope. So you kick at one of them, and you also are not able to get purchase. So meanwhile, each of the ones that you guys kicked at lunges at you. So one against Pressi. Ooh. That is going to be. So yeah, he lunges at you and goes to take a bite out of you. Do you want to try to dodge this? You think that he's gonna get a good, like, you're gonna have to move quickly to get out of this.
Yes, please.
All right, go ahead. Give me a try.
Dodge.
Dodge. Ooh, so you got a success. He got a. All right, so it's kind of a stalemate. Like, he gets your boot in his mouth, but he doesn't, like, bite into your flesh because he gets the leather of the boot. The other one is going to go for Babon. But he lunges, and Babon, you sort of push him aside, and the third one will jump at you as well. But also, so Babon, you have two of them that are sort of trying to bite you, and Pressi has one that is, like, chewing on his boot. So Pressi, what do you want to do?
With the same boot, try to kick him off.
All right, kick him. And you are unable to kick him. Oh, 7, yes. 3 luck.
Spend that luck.
All right, I'll spin that one.
All right, roll your damage for your brawl against him.
Where are you found the character?
So, let's see. Your damage is Pressi. All right, so brawl.
I just found it. Green dice for unarmed?
Yes. It should roll a D3 plus your damage bonus. All right, so so you do 4 damage to the wolf, which. All right. You kick him. He sort of whines a little bit and then growls even more as he's now very angry at you for kicking him in the face. And then, Babon.
Before doing anything, Babon's gonna look at Pressi. Non-lethal.
He just, you can tell this is not Pressi's night. He's just like, non-lethal. He's struggling to fight this one.
All right, and then he's gonna try and kick another one. Just keep kicking.
As much as he'd like to do lethal, no.
I mean, I have an axe, is all I'm saying.
Yeah, if you scroll down and roll from the your weapons, like an attacks table, it should add the damage into the roll.
Oh, okay. Cool. Finally!
Oh, yep. So you kick another one of them, and you do some damage. Like, you see the wolf head on his head starts to kind of go askew a little bit as he lunges back at you and tries to bite you. Oh, but he will miss. The other one, man, they're not very good at being wolves. And the one on Pressi, oops. Nope. So they are nipping and biting. But Dupois downstairs, you see these wolves run into the room. Now, like, the animals are spilling into this room. They're spilling into the other rooms. And you can hear a commotion upstairs above you. What are you doing?
Did you say that one of the guards did? Maybe I misheard that. Did one of the guards like follow?
Oh no,
Pressi?
they
Or
watch
still there?
they watch these, like, animals run out, but they are maintaining their positions on either side of this door.
Okay. Well, anyway, I'm gonna take out my fucking hammer. I'm gonna walk up. I'm just gonna dock the nearest guard on the head.
All right, what is your dexterity? Just so I
Let's
know.
see. I believe it's a 45.
45, and let's see. All right, so you were hidden. So you will get an advantage die on this guy because he does not know you are coming.
Okay. What should I roll for hammer?
Hammer? Let's
Yeah.
see.
Because I have knife, but I don't know if that'd be the same dice.
Here's the D6. So would it be like D6 if there's bludgeoning, I don't know if there's different damage types.
Yeah, so hang on. It's going to be... Not that. So yeah, so you can just roll your brawl if you want to.
Okay. So just an unarmed attack?
Yep.
Sweet. There you go.
All right, so you walk up behind one of these two, and you hit him with the hammer. Let's see how that does here.
Upstairs, we're like, non-lethal, non-lethal. Downstairs, I'm just going to take a hammer to his head.
Yeah, fuck it.
Sure, I'm the only one that said non-lethal. You just like, fuck it, this is nuts, I'm out of here.
All right,
We'll see.
this draws both of the footmen's attention as they turn to you.
Sweet.
One of them takes a whip off his hip, and one of them draws a knife.
Okay, guess
All
we're
right.
doing this.
So the one wielding the knife will attack you. Yeah, that is a very, very good attack. Do you want to try to dodge his knife? Or do you want to respond with, because you're in close quarters, you could just attack him back in the same... This is the one
fuck.
that you hit with the hammer.
I'm attacking him back.
Alright, so I will
Shit.
roll damage for his knife.
Damn. Look you, bud. If I make it an extreme, does that do more damage?
If you make it an extreme, I believe, I think it's going to be... let's see.
He already took 6.
I know. I might not do it now. I'm just curious.
Let's see. I don't know.
That's all right. I'm not
new
gonna
to
do
the
it.
system.
Right. I'm not gonna do it right now. Anyway,
All right.
so I'm just gonna donk him as he comes at me.
Cool. So he attacks you for 9 hit points. Are you?
Ow!
How bad are you?
I mean, I'm up.
Yikes.
Yikes! Damn.
Oh wait, I'm sorry. Let me redo that. I messed up the second.
Oh, okay. Thank
Yeah,
God.
I messed up the. I don't want to do this wrong. Hopefully it's not more.
Oh,
It's
Oh.
5.
okay. That's a lot better.
Yeah.
Gee.
All right. So, you hit him back for 4 more points of damage.
Yep.
All right. Let's see. He has to roll, I believe, a con save because that takes him down more than half his hit points. So let's
Also,
see.
just fucking donking him on the head.
Yeah, you are.
I'm sure isn't nice.
Oh, he manages to keep his feet.
You
But
motherfucker.
only just. All right. So the other one is going to attempt to grab you.
No, of course he is.
So, let's see. All right. So you need to roll me a strength. He's going to basically try to use his to wrap you up with his whip.
All right. Yeah, I didn't think so.
Yeah, no. So you manage to, like, he whips it at you to kind of tangle you up, and you manage to stop it. So meanwhile, upstairs, Pressi, you're still getting attacked by this wolf.
How bad are they looking?
2 of them look a little bit bad off. The other one is still raring to eat you.
Okay, I guess I'm gonna keep maybe a punch this time at the one that I was kicking.
Oh, nice. Let's see.
He did.
And Dylan missed out.
Where did Dylan go? Let's see.
He just ducked right out.
Yeah, so I'm gonna say that on a critical, you do like your maximum damage for the attack. Until I can find out for sure that you don't. So what is Pressi's maximum damage on a critical?
I have no idea what the damage bonus is, but it's a D3 plus damage bonus.
Alright, so Pressi's damage bonus is up at the top in the middle of your sheet. So your damage bonus is plus 1d4. So you would do 7 points of damage, which
So
will...
I almost maxed already.
Yeah. So... Well, wait. 7 plus then your bonus to it, which is... where is it? Learning the new system. Alright, so you did... So you rolled a d4... Oh, so it rolled... Yeah, so 7. Yeah, you almost maxed it. So 7 points of damage, which takes him out, I believe. Yes. So the wolf that Pressi has been dealing with is knocked unconscious by a boot to the face. Babin.
I'm just gonna keep kicking the one I kicked before. See how that keeps going. Nope.
No, you don't kick him.
Bastard.
Also, I want to double check. A candle in the window meant what exactly? So we're clear. I had a candle in the window means the troops should enter after 30 minutes?
I thought it was...
Or no, they're not supposed to enter?
No. I think it was candle was in the window to say don't come in yet.
That's it. Okay.
When we
And,
blow out the candle, they come in.
yep. Or if 30
and then
minutes
we
went
also told
by.
them after 30 minutes. So the candle's lit. We just got to deal with these.
He lit it like 25 minutes in, so, I mean...
Yeah. We got to deal with these chuckle fucks.
Alright.
All right. So,
So how long has it been since you lit the candle?
a while.
Okay.
Oh,
That's good.
it's fine.
All right.
He gets back and somehow it's melted all the way down.
So, Babin, one of the wolves bites you,
Ugh.
and you can respond with an attack.
Ow. Is he still down on all fours?
Yes.
Oh. So I'm going to try and bite him back, but I'll just kick him.
Nice. You take 2 points
Ooh.
of damage, but he will take 2 points of damage.
Right back at you.
And meanwhile, downstairs, so Dupois, you've got 2 footmen.
Okay.
What do you want to do?
I'm gonna keep donking the guy I already donked. I mean, shit. I'm just gonna hammer time. Psh.
All right, you knock him out,
Nice.
and he goes down.
Okay, then I'm gonna just start moving towards the other guy. as quickly
Yeah,
as I
you
can.
just kind of step up to him, like you just
Yeah.
move. As you come up to him, he attempts to get you because you are you. So
I mean, I am close. I don't know how effective a whip will be.
he like actually goes to like just punch you in the face.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's definitely gonna be a hit.
Alright.
Do you want to?
I've been punched in the face before.
You have.
You have a lot. You either have way more health than me, or I have really low health.
Hmm.
I don't know.
All right, so that is going to be 2 points of hit point damage.
Okay.
How's Dupois looking?
I'm below half.
Oh no,
The 2 points in the garden were not
or not helpful.
not good for me.
So let's see, Pressi.
So one of the 2 that are up there aren't hasn't been hurt yet.
No,
Correct.
now it's been hurt because it attacked Babin and he hit it
Oh.
back.
I didn't know that was the same one.
Okay. I guess since we don't have like little health bars above our heads, I wouldn't know. I just know both of them are hurt, so I'm just gonna go after one of the two. I'll let you decide, and
Okay.
I will assist in punching and kicking.
Ooh.
Ow.
All right, you take down a second wolf.
I like to
So,
think he's going, even though we're all French, he's doing like the 50s American hero protagonist character, where it's just like one solid punch and they're out.
yep.
I like how the fact that we're French isn't the problem, and not the 1950s.
So
Yeah,
Babon, Babon, you have one last wolf.
I'm gonna keep kicking, but if it hurts me again, I can't be responsible for what's gonna happen.
You have a weapon.
I do, but we haven't. Are these other ones like dead or are they unconscious?
Unconscious.
Okay, so we haven't killed yet, but
Yet.
there we go. Only 2 damage though.
All right. So, yep, it is still there, and it's going to attempt to.
Why won't you die?
All right. So Babon, are you going to, as it tries to bite you, do you plan to fight back, dodge the attack, or attempt a different maneuver of your own? Because it's coming at you again.
I'm just gonna square up and fight it.
All right. So you can also roll when it comes at you.
All right.
All right. You actually, let's see. So yeah, you had a better successful roll, so you do damage and it does not hurt you. And then downstairs, Dupois, the footman, tries to punch you again. Are you going to dodge? Are you going to punch back? Or are you going to do something else as a maneuver?
Can I pull out my knife and try and stab him in the gut?
Sure.
Okay.
Lethal.
Yeah, Jesus.
Look at you, hammer and knife.
They call me Hammer Knife.
All right, yeah, you stab him in the gut. And he is now bleeding, and he has to roll a Constitution check.
I see you've played Knife and Spoon before.
You stab him, and he sort of collapses from the blood loss immediately. Like you cut him right across the gut, and he goes down. So
You
meanwhile,
wiggle the knife a little bit.
when you let go, he gets sort of swarmed by the wolves.
Oh, that's what I figured.
Yeah.
Oh, jeez.
All right, Pressi, there is one of these wolves left. You hear the others start to run away in the hallway, like something else is drawing their attention.
So there were 3 wolves with
And
us.
yep,
I took out 2.
you did.
Then
There's
didn't
one
you take out
left.
the last one?
There's one left, but
Okay,
in the hallway, you hear the ones that were scratching and clawing at the door. They sound like they're running away, like they're heading somewhere else.
Okay. As I go to sock this last one that's in here with us, I'm like, did you see the wall yet? Because I'm like.
And as you say that, you knock out the last of the wolves.
I weakened him for you.
You did a great job.
So what do you two want to do upstairs?
I'm probably immediately going to peek my head out the door because they were really trying to get in, and something important must have happened.
Yeah, so you see them disappearing down the stairs. Meanwhile, Dupois, you are down there as they come swarming down and also jump on these 2 unconscious forms and start
Excellent.
clawing and biting at them as you sort of back against the wall.
So I'm like right in front of the door there, right?
You are right in front of that door.
Can I try the handle?
You can try the handle. Let's see what happens when you do.
Oh no. Poison needle.
You find that the door is locked.
Oh, that's what I thought. Okay. Can I jam my knife in and, like, with my hammer, hit the back of the knife to, like, try and bust the door open?
Sure, you can make me a strength check if you want to. I'll give you an
Okay.
advantage die for using your knife as a lever.
Oh, fuck yeah. Yes!
Oh yeah. So yep, you get your knife in between and you put your weight against this, and it snaps open, and it comes loose. And so you see a set of stairs descending down into the dark.
Okay. I will get inside and close the door back behind me.
Okay.
And just sort of lean against the door and just, like, have a breather for a minute.
All
Pull out
right.
my drink, pull out my flask, and...
So, in this moment, let's see. You can try if you want to maybe staunch some of the wound you've taken.
I would love to.
Let's see. So.
I hope I don't have to make a medicine check.
Oh, you might. Let's find out. So.
Is yours a 1 as well?
It's a 1.
I would think you go to staunch the wound, you're just that much of an alcoholic, you can't help but just drink it anyway.
You go to staunch the wound, but then accidentally, like, push your finger into the wound. Crap.
So you can give me first aid check if you want to.
First aid. Oh, that's a lot better. Jesus. Can I spend the 8?
Sure, you can.
I'm just gonna do it.
All right. So
Okay.
giving yourself, so you basically kind of rip some material from your outfit and kind of tie off the wound that you have. So you give yourself back 1 hit point.
Oh, thank goodness. Okay.
So you'll be until you take more damage. You're only able to do this once.
Okay. It's all right.
All right. So meanwhile, Pressi and Babin, you two are looking into a hallway where these wolves have gone back downstairs. You can hear them growling and sort of like howling in excitement from the floor below you.
Did any of us see him pry open that door? I'm
No,
assuming that was
you guys were on the second floor, so you did not see him do this. Like, you were coming across the hallway upstairs as he had and just sort of ducked in. You can
Who
make
the fuck is Dupois?
you can make listen checks for me, the two of you.
Yes, please.
Sure.
All right, so Pressi, you did hear what sounded like something breaking, like wood and kind of snapping from the floor below over the sounds of these animals. But you're not 100% sure exactly what that was.
To be fair, he's gonna think it's those wolves and they broke something.
Possibly.
Babon's gonna look at Pressi. Blow out the candle or still try and figure things out on our own?
Definitely blow out the candle. This is getting way out of hand.
Alright, Babon's gonna go back to the room with the candle and blow
Okay.
it out.
Quickly before somebody gets stabbed.
And then he's gonna quickly back away in case the cannon fires at that point.
All right. Well, I guess we're going live as I pull out my sword and get ready to go downstairs.
Babon's gonna pull out his axe. Let's do it.
All right, so the two of you head to the top of the stairs and make your way down to see this whole carnival of animals just running about, wreaking havoc. It's a mess. They're covered in food and hay and feces and disgusting. And you look to your left as you come to the bottom of the stairs. You see this small man with the apple stuffed in his mouth and the angel standing behind him on the stage, just watching everything, and they look terrified, but they're unmoving, just standing there as all these animals roam about the ballroom and into the grand foyer and just throughout the dining room. You look around and there's no sign of Dupois, but it looks like the wolves are going to town on the two men that were standing guard on the door.
Do I? Okay, so I see the ballroom. I see where we came from.
Mm-hmm.
The Grand Ball, right? See the totally not zombie horde munching on the guards.
Mm.
What else do I see? Like any other doors? Any of them open?
The door to the dining room is open. The doors into the grand foyer are now open. The doors into the ballroom are open. The doors that lead out to the carriage house are still closed. And the door to the kitchen is still closed.
I'm probably going to go out into the carriage place. It's where you think the ball would be, or where maybe his dead body is from.
Okay, so you and Babin, are you going with Pressi?
Yeah, might as well.
All right.
I mean,
And
I
Babin's
doubt we
gonna.
can with our weapons out, but maybe try to not get the wolf pack's attention as we get it.
Yeah, like Babin's gonna have his axe out, but he's not gonna be actively after anything unless something comes for him.
Gotcha. So you guys head for the double doors. Meanwhile, Dupois, you stand at the top of steep stairs that lead down to a stone passage down below. What are you doing?
Well, how long has it been since I've gotten in here?
It's maybe about 5 minutes.
I'm probably gonna sit for a little longer and take another drink
Okay.
because I'm really hurt.
All right. So you take another swig. You can smell coming from downstairs. There's as you sit there and you swig, it's like death. Like you just smell death from coming from down there, and you can almost feel this palpable weight on you, like there is something worse in this cellar below you.
Probably a first aid kit down there.
Or maybe, yeah. There usually is for a boss room.
It's true. So meanwhile, Babin and Pressi, you move to the double doors. You open them out to the carriage house. And you see the large white carriage that you recognize. The door to it is open, and there is a slumped form lying on the ground below the door.
Babin's gonna get closer just to make sure it's not Dupois.
As you get closer, you see that it's a smaller framed. It's a woman. She looks like she's wearing sort of her undergarments versus her finery, and you can tell even as you get close that she is dead. And you can see inside the carriage there's another slumped form.
Can I try to inspect her body more to see if I can figure out how she died?
Do you want to make me a medicine check?
I prefer not to.
Do you want to make a spot check?
I haven't been much better at those, but sure.
All right.
Nope.
Yeah, looking at her, you're not really sure what might have killed her.
In here, I close the doors subtly, trying not to slam them or anything, but definitely don't want the pack coming in. I'm gonna try to see any signs of Dupois, because obviously there's the most obvious one, with the carriage open dead bodies, but I don't know if he did that. I'm trying to find hints of him being in here, or if he's been in here.
Okay.
Too stealthy. Oh
so
no.
yeah, maybe. All right. So if you're looking for signs that maybe he crossed through here, you can make me a track check, or if you wanted to try to spot hidden to see if you see any signs of him.
I'm at least 6 times better at spot hidden.
Okay.
So I'm gonna go with that.
All right. So looking around, you do see. It looks like there's footprints of Dupois, and then the puppy's footprints, and then at some point he must have picked up the puppy and stuffed him back in his shirt. So it looks like Dupois probably entered the house through these doors that you just came through, because that's where his tracks kind of get muddled as they get to the door where it looks like he went through.
I don't know how, but I think we missed Dupois as I point out the stuff.
Now, question: those guards, they weren't guarding the carriage house; they were guarding a different door.
Yes, they were guarding a smaller door off to the side that was set into the wall.
Okay. Babylon's gonna. I guess we go back in. Try to find him?
I mean, I doubt he's out the crowd. There was that other door, right?
Yeah. And I would have heard him if he came upstairs. Even though I am half deaf.
You say as there is a cacophonous kaboom from outside,
The cannon!
and something like the ground shakes a little bit, and there's a sound of like rubble falling.
We hurry.
It's game time!
Yeah, and we're go.
We're gonna run towards that door.
All right, so
Yep.
you throw back open the doors from the carriage house, and you actually see the animals that were like going at these two unconscious men and ripping. You see them the people all kind of looking around at each other, surprised. As you hear from outside, now you hear like muskets firing, and you hear loud voices raised outside coming from maybe toward the front of the building. And you see a couple of servants, like one of the servants had just opened the kitchen door, and for the first time you notice them sort of blink their eyes and kind of look around a little startled by the noises. And then so you easily can kind of run through this startled crowd of these people.
We need to find Dupois. He has my gun.
I was gonna turn to Pressi. We have to get the count. He's the main target here.
Run and roll me some spot hidden checks to see if you can see him in the chaos that is starting.
Ooh.
What is with Pressi tonight? Like he's doing.
What is with
really
me
stuff.
tonight? I can't see shit.
We're
curse of
balancing
Katy.
each other out, I guess. I don't know.
It's all the hand puns. Katie's like cursing me.
She did curse you. So you both look around, and so neither of you sees Fenelic. As you look through the doors into the grand foyer, you can see Pressi across the way. The main door, it looks like there's like people slamming on it trying to get in. You look to the side into the ballroom, trying to see if you can see Fenelic in the ballroom. You don't see him, but you do see the small man and the woman dressed as an angel. They have moved to a window at the back of the stage and are working to open the window, and it looks like they're trying to go out the window and get out of the house. As people are starting to scream, people are starting to get to their feet, like scared, kind of coming back to themselves, throwing off the animal heads from the top of their heads in panic.
Babin, get the front door. I'll get those two in the back.
All right.
This is a meta, horrible idea to split the party.
Oh yeah.
But like as soldiers, it makes sense you split it.
Yeah. Babon's gonna start trying to make his way towards the front door, trying to like calm them so they don't all get like the mob and just crush each other.
All right.
So it's not Black Friday waiting for Target to open.
So do you want to roll? Yeah, God. Do you want to roll me? Let's see what you got here, Babon. I would say like you could try to intimidate them to get them to back off. You could try to charm them to sort of calm them. Fast talk, maybe to sort of like tell them that the door is locked. You have to unlock it to let them out. What do you want to do?
I'll fast talk.
Ooh,
See how that turns out. Probably terrible.
you never know.
Oh,
Ooh.
there we go.
Nice.
It's about time.
All right. So
Because you said it was true.
as they do start to kind of crush toward the door, you start like grabbing people by shoulders and like
I'm like hoisting them like it's
Yep.
just like,
and you're just telling them, calm down, the door is sealed, you must let me through, and just like kind of throwing your rank into it, and with your tall frame, like you're very imposing, so you just sort of force your way to the door. When you get there and you sort of get your hands on it and kind of move it, you realize it is barred from the outside.
yeah. I figured as much.
So do you want to try to break it down? You can hear like a scuffle going on the other side of this door, and you do hear like again like the register of like musket fire and a couple of flintlocks going off and some yells from the other side.
I'm not gonna try and break it down, but I'm gonna try and like keep people away from it.
All right, so you are doing that. Meanwhile, Pressi, you have darted for the ballroom where these two figures are trying to. They've sort of opened this window, and the woman is trying to help the small man out the window. As you come running up, what are you doing?
Oh, you're under arrest.
They turn and look at you in surprise, and the woman with like just there are tears streaking down her face, and she says, "Please, please, let us get out. We have been prisoners for so long. This is our chance. Let us go."
Come with us. Where the wait, what was the military called in France? We're the military. You'll be taking for questioning, but you'll be safe.
You can roll me. Do you want to charm them, like calm them down?
Actually, yeah. Wait, maybe that or fast talk. Let me check.
Whichever one you want to do.
He's better at charm, so we'll go with that.
All right. They both look at you and they look at each other, and the small man says, "Yes, we must. You must protect us. You must keep us safe. This count is crazy. He's a monster. Please, please." And he takes the woman by the hand and he like squeezes it and kisses it, and he says, "It's all right. They will take care of us, I think." Which way? Where do we go?
To the front door.
And they will follow you toward the front door. So, meanwhile, Dupois. So you're sitting. The floor shakes. The puppy sticks his head up and licks your chin and kind of whines a little bit and a little bit surprised. And you just hear like people. The sound of the animals goes away, and it sounds like people beyond the door like freaking out.
Okay. So I know what that is. So I'm gonna stand back up.
Mm-hmm.
Gonna sort of peek through the door to see what's exactly is going on out there. See if I see any soldiers yet.
So you open the door a crack.
Yep.
And you see a crowd of people around the front door through the doors of the grand foyer. And you can see the tall frame of Babin sort of standing in front of them, arms up. You just can hear his voice over it as he's trying to talk them down, calm them. And then you see coming from off to your left, Pressi, followed by the woman dressed in the angel costume and the small man dressed as the Dauphine. And they are following sort of very closely on Pressi's heels, looking around terrified. Any noise, like they jump and look like they're ready to bolt at any second. They're so frightened.
Okay, I'm gonna pop out and say, "Oh, bonjour!"
Shoot him!
All right, so Dupois, you pop out of this basement door. Pressi, you are just entering the foyer as a door behind you swings open. Both the small man and the woman, they scream like high pitched, like terrified screams, and they sort of duck behind the door in the foyer. And you turn and you see Dupois, and Bonaparte is sort of sticking up out of his neck hole, like licking, and he barks like trying to be.
Dupois got bruises and like a big black eye. Oh, hello.
I like to think Pressi, since he apparently is pretty good at swordplay, he probably like by reflex went into like a stance. So then all this happens in one motion as goes to stance, sees your friendly, goes out of stance. It's like, oh, there you are. Where have you been?
I'm just gonna motion to the two unconscious guards or dead guards at this point. I don't know.
They look quite the mess on the floor.
It was a hammer to the head and a knife to the stomach.
Yeah. Oh, that guy's probably dead. Yeah. Yeah.
And then a mob of people biting and scratching.
Yeah, and then getting up and like running around. They probably got fucking trampled if they weren't. Jesus. Oh well, they're probably bad people, so I don't give a shit.
We need to get the soldiers in.
Yeah. I agree. So I'm gonna go and help everybody see if I can help Jimmy the door open or whatever.
All right.
Whenever they come over, Babons go, "It's bolted from the outside. We can't open it."
The outside?
The outside.
I look around for Melody.
She is sort of tucked in the corner where you left her. She has discarded the lamb's head from her head, and she is weeping openly, trying to wipe at her head with her handkerchief that she has.
I look at you two. You probably already saw that I was looking over at her, spotted her, and then give you guys that look like I'm gonna go over there.
Well, at least you asked this time. Didn't just run off.
Still an idiot, but. Ugh.
As you run over, she stands up and throws herself into your arms, crying, and she's weeping. She says, "We must go. Can we leave?"
We'll be leaving soon, my love. Don't worry.
Oh, Christophe, this is terrible. I should never have come back.
I came here to save you, and that's just what I'm doing.
She just sort of hugs you more tightly, and she says, we must go quickly. That horrible, horrible man. He will be back any moment."
Where did he go?
"I don't know. He was here, and then he was gone, and then he was back, and then I don't know where he went. It was like he could move so quickly. I don't know where he is. I have not seen him since the explosion."
It's all right. He's not your problem anymore. Come, we got to get the rest of the soldiers in. They're gonna get people out.
All right. Please don't leave me again.
Never. He makes sure he stays with her from now on.
Okay.
By default.
So, yep. So the front doors, as you guys have gotten to them, you do note that they are not there. It looks like maybe they boarded them up from the outside.
Yeah.
And you can still hear the sound of a fight going on outside.
Are there windows that we could break?
So let's see. So looking at the front, there are these large, heavy curtains across the front of the room. So when you say, "Oh, windows," you pull on them and pull them back, and you actually do see that there are 4 windows that are going out the front that you could possibly force open and get out.
There's a window in the back.
Ooh.
Pressi now has an entourage of Melody and the little man in the Dauphine costume and the angel, following closely on his heels.
Wait, quick, before you go. Could I borrow your rifle?
Oh, yeah, I'm going to take my rifle off and give it to him.
I think we're both, since we're soldiers and know how to handle them fairly well, I think it would be safe to say you could casually toss it and I catch it.
Yeah, I was going to say, I probably did that. I'm going to take my hammer and I'm going to just, one at a time, take it to each window.
All right, yeah, just give me brawl checks to just go and smash the windows open as you go.
All right.
When you get to the first window and look out, you can see some of your men are engaged. It looks like they started at a distance with shots from the muskets, but there's about 20 of the men around the front, and they were toe to toe with the footmen out front. There were maybe about 8 footmen, but it looks like the footmen have been outnumbered now, as most of them have been taken down.
Okay, so we don't have to worry about any errant musket shots or anything hitting people as they run outside.
Yep. So you go to the first window and you smash the glass of the window and just break out the molding around the frame, and you see people start moving forward trying to go out the window.
Okay, I'm gonna go to the next one.
All right. So yeah, just roll me 4 of these. Boom, boom, boom.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah, off by 1 on that.
Yeah, I mean,
All right. Yeah.
we have 3 windows open though.
Spend
so.
the luck.
Yeah.
Spend the luck.
No.
Come on, it's 1 point.
It's
Look,
also
we're
one
probably
window.
gonna have to fight the count soon. He's gonna show up. I know it.
All right. So yeah. So people start going out the windows, and the soldiers, a couple of them finish sort of subduing these last few footmen, but the others start to swarm and sort of start taking these people and kind of lining them up and taking them into custody out front.
I'm also going to tell Babin and Pressi about the passageway I found and be like, it might be the secret passage we thought he might have. So.
And the count is our biggest objective.
I probably very first thing is I try to get Melody, the small guy, and the lady dressed as an angel safe. They're still technically going to be under arrest, but I mean.
Oh.
All right, so you guide them to one of the windows and you sort of help them out.
I make sure it's not a complete stranger soldier who's like, "Get down on the ground, fucker," and putting manacles on him, you know.
Melody, she tries to kind of cling to you, And she says, but you're not supposed to come with me. Don't stay in there. It's terrible. Come, Christophe, come with me. I will tell my father I don't care what he thinks.
Don't be so clingy.
He looks at her and he's like sad, but he does give a full kiss. Like goes down and does like big romantic moment right before Act 3, you know, and like does like a long kiss.
She
And
will,
he like embraces and he holds it almost like too long.
she kisses him back, and you get the feeling as like the tears are running down her cheek. She's afraid this is the last time she's gonna see you. She hands you her very muddy, dirtied handkerchief to take as she is pulled away by one of the guards and dragged away from you.
I take it, even though it's very dirty, kiss, and I stuff it, and I go.
And then she sort of disappears in the craziness outside. As you three are left in the ever emptying room, some of the servants are sort of standing around looking surprised, and you hear a couple of them like, where did we, I don't remember. What is this?
Stop acting ignorant.
Ignorance is no defense of
Slap 'em.
law. Babon's gonna start heading towards that door.
Mm-hmm.
Like as soon as he sees that like the guards are catching people as they're coming out,
Yeah.
it's kind of like secured. He's gonna start heading towards the secret passage door.
Okay. One of the units from the back, actually, as you get to the basement door, a unit of 10 soldiers comes through the back doors of the carriage house. So, and they come in, their swords are drawn, a couple of them have flintlocks, and they see you and they stop and they say, we have cleared the garden. What should we do now?
Go upstairs. Make sure nobody's hiding up there.
All of us?
Are we sure we don't want any of them?
How many did you say came
There
in?
are
There's
10 of them.
I mean, do we just send? Because there's probably not anybody upstairs, but
I mean, we could send like 2 people upstairs
yeah.
just to make sure.
You two upstairs.
Yes, sir. And the other 8 look at you. Where should we go?
Come with us.
Three of them come with us, and the other 5 stay post.
Yeah.
All right, so 3 of them will form up behind you and follow you. So
I'm
you
gonna tell the 5 who stay behind, like if they hear fighting downstairs,
Yeah.
come.
okay.
If you hear a girlish shriek, follow us.
Or a musket go off or anything,
Yeah.
you know.
Make sure there's at least one person in here, though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
They salute you, and they sort of spread out, and they start checking like cupboards and like making sure there's no one hiding. So you guys,
make sure no one is dressed like a chair.
yes, sir.
Who dresses a chair? That seems really inefficient.
That just seems impractical.
Actually works pretty well.
All right, so you guys move to this small door that you can see where it was broken at the lock. Dupois sort of smiles at his handiwork, I'm sure. What do you want to do?
I like to think we did like the Avengers thing where we had like our backs to each other, and I'm like loading my musket, and, like Jamie's like his fist, and he's like spinning it on to his hand.
And then you just see her like do a gun cock for some reason. It's like, what?
Yeah, I'm
And
gonna have my musket, or not my musket, my flintlock in one hand, and just like my hammer in the other.
I like it.
And then the puppy's gonna come up and like lick my chin. I'm gonna, oh.
Little puppy.
And I still have my axe out too, so I'm just ready to go.
You,
All right.
you know, just one last moment where we can act badass before we just get completely slumped. So,
Exactly.
you know.
We send Dupois first. He's the closest to death.
Oh, fucking
Take him.
I'll take the lead. I
Okay.
haven't been hurt yet.
So Pressi goes
That's
down
fine.
first, followed by
I'll go second.
Dupois.
Yep, I'll go right after him with the soldiers behind me.
All right, so you guys open the door on this dark, descending, steep staircase that leads down. You start down the stairs into the darkness below. One of the soldiers pulls out a torch and a flint and lights a torch and hands it forward. The soldiers are like behind you muttering like, oh, this is terrible. Do you feel that? It's like chill. Ugh. You descend to the bottom of the steep stairs, where you can, as you get to the bottom, you see that there are all manners of cells lining this long hallway that you've descended into. Looking left and right, a couple of the doors of the cells are open. Some of them are closed. You look into the first cell as you pass it, and you can see two corpses lying on wheels, like the ones that pull you until you stretch and you die. You look to the other side, and you can see a couple of bodies stretched across racks, and just like you can see where the dried blood is in the dirt where they were left, they just bled out and died. You continue past these first set of doors. There's more doors as you're going down. You can see two bodies lashed together, one wearing a bridal veil. And then in the cell to your right, you look over and you see a familiar sight, both Babin and Pressi. A small man wearing a red dress with a Marie Antoinette wig lying on the floor next to him. You can see where his flesh has been scored by whip marks, and he is no longer living. And in some of these cells, you actually see these comfortable chase lounges just set up, as if somebody could just sit and sort of watch this terror unfold comfortably. So as you guys are seeing this, I need you all to roll me sanity checks.
Yeah, that's what I figured. I was waiting.
I figured that was coming.
I was wondering when that was going to happen.
This is a normal day in
good.
France. What are you talking about?
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Cool.
This isn't anything like Nom, you're good.
All right, so...
Listen, Babin literally watched his hand get blown off. This is nothing.
This is true. All right, so let's see. So, since Babin made a success, he will only lose 1 point of sanity.
Oh, I still lose it, though I had an extreme. Yikes.
Yeah, so, let's see. Dupois,
Uh-huh.
you lose 3 points of sanity.
Okay.
And, Pressi only loses 2 points of sanity.
Too bad I didn't lose 8.
Oh, really?
Did all the guards?
They're oh yeah, let me roll for them.
As I say, do they have to?
Yeah, they should. Let's
They immediately
see.
go mad and start attacking everybody.
They all just run out there screaming. But they do like the Scooby-Doo run where they're like running in the air for a little bit and then just take off.
I actually like to think, I don't know if any of you played it, but Darkest Dungeon. We're literally Darkest Dungeon right now.
Yeah.
So they're shaken a bit by this, but and Dupois and Pressi, you also kind of get this chill down your spines. Babin, you feel it a little bit, but you're less kind of affected by it. But the soldiers kind of like they hesitate a little as they're moving down the hallway. And then at the edge of your torchlight, you can see that the hallway continues for a ways, but it looks like it opens up further down, like into a bigger space. Do you guys keep going?
Let's just go.
I assume I got torch offhand, sword main hand.
Mm-hmm.
And I guess I look back at you guys, and you look like you're not like, let's get out of here. And so I move forward.
No, Dupois is just taking a long swig from his flask again.
The puppy
Babin
has
is kind of like basically checking the integrity of the hand.
okay.
Subtly.
The puppy has like tucked down inside under like your armpit and is shivering. He's very scared.
The puppy.
Puppy.
All right, so you guys move down this dark stone passageway toward this bigger room at the end. As the torchlight starts to illuminate it, you can see that this room is grislier than any of the cells you've passed. A tableau of victims is chained to the back wall. Their limbs are overlapping and twisted into shapes. It almost reminds you of some kind of writing, some kind of terrible unknown language. You see on either side of the room, left and right, there are these coffins that look like they serve as tables. They seem to be covered with unfurled scrolls. The writing, it looks, you're not sure. You'd have to get a closer look to make it out. But there are terrible illustrations of torture. You can see a small shelf of heavy books bound in leather. You're not sure the origin of this as you're looking at it from a distance. One book in particular is covered with a pitch black cover and brass bindings. Looking up, you see that the ceiling is perforated with small holes. You're not sure of the purpose of these holes. In the center of the room, between the coffins, stands a statue made apparently of porcelain, you think? The light catches it and it seems to shimmer with sickly iridescence. The features are blank, but as you go look at it, you see Babin. For a second, you see the face of César. Dupois, you see the look of your wife in the features. And Pressi, you almost think you see Melody's face just flicker in the light, and then it's gone.
It's nightmares.
The guards sort of shiver. One of them's like, "Why does it have my face? Why? No, your face. It looks like the king." As you're looking at this, you all need to roll me sanity checks.
Of course.
That's fair.
That's very fair.
Oh.
Ooh.
Oh.
All right, so each of you takes 1 point of sanity, and
I don't know how I succeeded that.
friends.
Oh.
They'll make it.
How did
Ooh.
you guys
gotta get out of here.
What's your starting sanities at?
Mine was 55.
Yeah, mine was too, I think.
Oh, that explains it because mine's 70.
Oh,
So I'm like, why do I have so much better than all of you?
You've seen things, Babin. You've seen things. All right. The guards are a bit shaken. They kind of hang back a little by the entryway as you guys are moving in. And you notice, the three of you, because you're closer, there appears to be some kind of dark red liquid that seems to leak from the base of this statue. I want you guys to each make me a listen roll.
sure.
What?
About to get ambushed.
Let me see.
Nope.
Oh,
25.
let's see. Ah.
So Dupois and Pressi, you hear, it sounds like a low moan. Almost as if it's coming from inside this porcelain figure.
Fuck.
Like maybe something might be trapped inside of it.
Where's that? Where's that black book again?
It's on a shelf sort of off to one side. And then as this is happening, and you hear this noise and you're taking in this statue, smoke begins to vent down through the holes that are in the ceiling above you. I need you guys to all make con rolls.
God damn it.
Jesus.
Oh.
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 All right. So this smoke comes down and it fills the space. The three soldiers who are with you double over and start hacking and coughing in it. As the smoke clears, standing in front of you is Count Fenelick. And I think we'll pick it up next time.
God damn it.
I knew it was coming.
That was good.
Wow.
Dun, dun, dun.
Random thunder, even though we're in the basement.
Oh shit, the cannon!
You just
Oh,
hear
God.
the Final Fantasy fight music just starts going.
We all still doing our battle animations.
I like dun-dun-dun-dun, dun-dun-dun-dun-dun. No. Okay. All right, so Fenelick appears, and you guys are all just as we fade out, and we see.
And then you see Hugel come running in finally.
Hey guys, what I missed?
What I miss?
Just rolls down the stairs. Just like, oh, hey guys.
What did you say about needing assistance? I brought the cannon. All
You
right.
brought another cannon.
Rolls it down the stairs.
Okay. So we will we'll pick this up 2 weeks from tonight on our next session of Call of Cthulhu: Reign of Terror. This was kind of disturbing and terrible, but it's Cthulhu, so sorry. So let's do some plugs. So Dylan, what do you got? What's going on? What's new?
Well, this Thursday at 1 p.m. Eastern Time, doing Secrets Cast Greyhawk over on the Greyhawk channel on Twitch. we're gonna do some downtime and level up, and maybe go to level 3 of D&D's original Mega Dungeon. Ooh.
Terrifying.
And I think that's all I have today.
That's pretty good. Jamie, what's going on? Anything good?
Just that in 2 weeks we're going to be picking up with Rats of Waterdeep.
Yeah! Oh my god.
My monk stopped a guy's heart by punching him. That happened.
That did.
And
I died twice.
you did. But we're level 2, so maybe we won't die as quickly now. I have key points. I finally have key points.
Some of us never died at all.
It's okay. Some of you now have better story material because other people fell unconscious.
Exactly.
And that's all I've got going.
Okay. And
Rats of Waterdeep is on this channel.
yes, it is. And Scott, what do you got going on?
Okay, so trying to get this real quick. I am pretty sure tomorrow at 7 o'clock Eastern Standard Time, I just got the written in stone
Oh,
going on. I'm trying to find where exactly it is, but if you follow Written in Stone on Twitter, it will have information.
Cool.
Well, it's at written_in_RPG.
nice.
So they'll have information on that. I'll be playing Nigel, and he's a nerdy, likes making Gundam mechs, and it's supposed to be like we're all in high school, and it's going to be like a Power Rangers thing. So
Awesome.
we'll see how that goes.
Haha.
And then, speaking of Power Rangers stuff, on Friday I got my Retroverse campaign, where they're in the middle of battling Jessica and Jameson. So totally not a Pokemon battle.
No.
Not at all.
Nope.
No.
And then so that will be Retroverse will be on my channel, Scotty_H00D at 7 o'clock Eastern Standard Time on Friday. And then at the same time, the next day on Saturday, I'll have my Adventures of Tranquil Sea group. They just double leveled. We're actually playing. Well, they killed
They built it to be a Demon Lord, yeah.
They killed a Demon Lord and a Molydus. So
Oh, wow.
Wow.
yeah.
Damn.
I looked at the XP, and it actually would have been triple, but since they have so many allies, I was like, double is plenty. And they're like, no, seriously, double. Anyway, so we will be doing something a lot more lighthearted, and we're going to be playing Maddie's module, Something Blue.
Oh, cool.
Wedding one, yeah.
Yeah,
I like it.
It'd be great.
Nice.
All right. And so I'm doing, okay, so this will be back in 2 weeks on, it'll be at 7 o'clock Eastern Time here on my channel. Rats of Waterdeep is, it's 2 weeks from this past Sunday. So that's usually at 4:30 p.m. Eastern Time. That campaign, the first session was great. I'm looking forward to the second session. I had a lot of fun. Loved everybody's characters. Thought everything went fantastic. And then I believe this Thursday, 4:30 p.m. Eastern, I'm supposed to play on Encounter Roleplays Trials of Ball, their viewer show. I think I'm going to play a Furbolg. I don't know. We'll find out. And other than that, you can find myself, Dylan, and Scott, and Katy on Power Score RPG's channel. We've done the Lizard King, the Tomb of Annihilation, and we just finished Peril at the Port. So go check out Power Score's, both his Twitch and his YouTube to see some of our antics. We get into a lot of trouble, but otherwise, yes.
And Power Score RPG's blog.
Yes.
Rivals of Waterdeep recaps.
You do.
I always forget that.
Yeah.
Seriously, just look up Power Score D&D on Google, and you'll find the blog.
You'll find it pretty easily.
Yeah.
Definitely. So, and if you want to find Katy, who wasn't here tonight, she does Off the Table, and she's pretty much everywhere else on shows like Scraticus, and I mean, I don't even know. She's on everything. Off the Table.
She's playing with Kiana, I think.
Yeah,
this week.
Kiana. Kiana's doing a stream for her birthday, a charity stream. So Katy's supposed to be doing something with that. So yeah, so look for Katy. Hopefully, Katy can be back next week, or 2 weeks, because
it's been so long.
These
we
boys
could really use a hand in this battle.
Definitely, they could definitely use a hand. They're short a few. All right. Other than that, I think that we're good. And I hope everybody has a great week, and we will catch you in a couple weeks. All right. Bye, everybody. Thanks for watching.
Bye.